Welcome, Dr Philip Pollard, architect extraordinaire. Been practicing architecture for over 30 years, based in Newcastle, predominantly practices around New South Wales, and has done a lot of work also in Southeast Asia. So thank you for making the time to join us.
My pleasure.
Tell us, how long have you been using Weathertex, and what's the reasons behind when you do specify the Weathertex product?
I first came across Weathertex in the 80s. What I like about it is that it's durable, it doesn't crack, it's fairly forgiving, it's inherently provides bracing as well. I often screw fix it rather than nail fix it, which means that it can be at a later date, if there's changes, it can be taken down and reused. And also if it's screwed, you get really good stiffening and bracing from it. And then at the end of life, after it's been used and reused and hopefully reused again, disposing of it is a very simple process that's not harmful to the environment.
With our certification, we've achieved platinum accreditation for our natural range of products and gold for our primed smooth weatherboards and panels. From an architect's perspective, how does that certification rate from your perspective when you're certifying products?
The accreditation process has borne out something that I probably stumbled across intuitively as a great product, and it's quite important because if you don't have a reliable certification process, you're really relying on pros really, which can be enhanced or or at the extremes even greenwashed. So you really need an independent, thorough, credible assessment process that puts various products in their context and allows you to make a comparison. As the industry becomes more sophisticated and as the world gets much more serious about climate change, then having properly researched, independently established evaluation of all the components is more and more important, and it's only going to get more increasingly important over time.
Philip, one of the things that we talk about to architects and designers and builders is that we've got a sustainable cladding product, now certified platinum and gold, at no extra cost. What's your view and I guess the industry's view on sustainable products, and is a sustainable product more expensive, and subsequently sometimes builders don't want to go down that path, or even architects in some cases specifying?
We found through the Newcastle University campus process that sustainable building didn't necessarily add to the cost. It often involved selecting an inherently better product, more careful design and more careful operation. So it doesn't necessarily have to add a premium. The only time that's not the case is if someone's shifting costs. So if, for example, you have a non-sustainable product that costs a fortune to dispose of at the end of life, and that cost being moved to somebody else, or the general public, then it might be cheaper. But generally speaking, sustainable products shouldn't cost more, and I think in the case of Weathertex doesn't cost more.
Do you see a lot of builders focusing on becoming better at sustainable building practices moving forward, and how do you see the market moving forward over the next coming years?
The bigger builders have found as part of their business model that they have to be more aware, and I think are voluntarily becoming much more focused on sustainability. It's second nature to them. Single residence scale builders depends on the individual. Younger builders tend to be more focused on sustainability. At the other end of the spectrum, the customers are getting more interested as well.
Yeah.
So builders seeing it to their own advantage and their customers' advantage, behaving and specifying more sustainably, and also at the consumer end, the customer wanting a more sustainable product.
Philip, thanks for joining us. I guess the market's really lucky to have someone with your knowledge and expertise in your field and understanding the importance about sustainable building products and sustainable building practices.
Thank you.